Are you ready for 2025? Exciting new year. It's early January now. I was trying to make this video in December, late December, but I was extremely busy, so I couldn't make it. Neither Peter with his school and all these things. So finally, today, January 4th, Saturday afternoon, we close the store. We have nobody to bother us. We're going to do some videos and share some beautiful watches with you. Talk about a little bit 24, what we did. In this video, I have Barnfind of the year. As you know, some of you, I don't know, I'm assuming everybody that watches this video knows Mimo's jewelry and watches, and I have the Barnfind section, which is pre-owned watches. I call them Barnfind for the last more than 10 years. And where does Barnfind comes from? Well, I'm a car enthusiast, and as you know, everybody in the car business, enthusiasm and all these things, they find old cars tucked away in a barn, dusty and everything, so they call them barn finds. And one day I'm watching Wayne Carini chasing classic cars, and he goes into barn, and if you are aware, the show, he finds all those cars tucked in a garage and so on. And I inspired the Barnfind watches from right there. So there you go. And once I saw a couple of years ago in Carmel in the auto show, Auto Week, Karina, and I told him, you inspired my Barnfinds. And I don't think he remembers. Never mind. Anyways, so Barnfind grew in the last 10 years, and 2024 was amazing for the people who traded in their watches, sold me their watches to trim their collection, or they got a phone call from their Rolex dealer, hey Joe or Tom or whatever, your Rolex Submariner is here, or your GMT is here. So they scrambled to get the money together. Hey Mimo, I have a couple watches, would you be interested? Yeah, sure, shoot me pictures and a brief description. And after checking them out, making them a fair offer, what can I pay for it, what I'm going to have it on my website for people to look at and hopefully buy them and make some profit in the process. Not a huge profit, just as most people who sold me their watches, they know how much they paid and they see how much is on my website. And we make a deal, they send the watches, checks out. 99% of the time, the watches are as described from my good customers, clients, friends, and all I have to do is just touch them up, clean them up a little bit. Most of the time, they're like practically new. As you can go check out the Barnfind, you'll see watches barely worn, to watches that they're extremely old, all kind. I cover any watch that is interesting, and specifically lately, actually, the last 3 years, we switched from very old watches from the 60s, 70s. People are more into more modern, new modern watches. So mostly you're going to see more modern watches on the website right now. Anyways, we make the offer, they accept it, not this and that. They ship the watches, and I put them on. And thank you for every single one of you that contributed to the barn this in 2024. And I guarantee you most of your watches went to good wrists. So that's another take on the gone to a good home. And I know that because they got them, and nobody, practically nobody, complained about their purchase. They all loved it, and in many cases they send me email, Mimo, this is even better than described. I'm like, that's the whole thing. I try my best to describe. At the end of the day, you're looking at a picture, and purchasing the watch. So my job is to make sure what you're buying is exactly or better than what I described. So to give you some numbers, I love numbers, and I would love to share with you those numbers. 2024 was huge in terms of Barnfind watches that they came into the store. On when it started, maybe the whole year I had 10, 15 watches, 2014, 15, and then went up to 30 watches, 40 watches. Last year we hit 262 watches in. 262 watches came in. I won't say 262 people send me watches, more like 200, because some of them send me 2, 3, some 10, some 14. So a lot of people send me, and we made deals and got their watches in. And this is 2024, 262 watches. I'm not counting about 10, 20 watches like micro brands or G-Shocks or things like that, like under $200-300 watches. Not counting those. I'm talking about nice watches from Seiko Prospects and on, let's say. Now, sometimes I do get cheaper watches. I leave them in the store and I display them. A lot of people come in and they just want to spend $50, $100, and they come up, they find nice watch, half the price, great condition. It goes into the store. But anyways, $262 watches came in, and I can't say accurately, but at least 220 of them sold. So that is a record year in terms of coming in and selling. So, and there was all kind of watches, like I said, from a Citizen, Tissot, Hamilton, Tag Heuer, Oris, Tudor, Rolex, even Bremont, even Bremont. We sold 3 Bremonts, and we have one more now. And I can't think of every single. That's why if you go to the Barnfind and you go on the tab and you lower the tab, you'll see Barnfind Archive. You're gonna see hundreds of watches there that they came in and with the descriptions, and they're sold. So I left this as people in, they want to check a watch, they want to compare their watch to this watch, or it's a nice archive. You can go check it out. I'm gonna put link to the Barnfind, obviously. You guys know how to get there, but this will be just click away. And notable watches that I got in 2024 that I still have. I have like 4 watches here, and I'm gonna show you the Barnfind of the year, the best watch I got and sold in 2024. First of all, this Bremont. If you can zoom in, Peter, please. People like to zoom in on this. This is a nice Bremont. It's the new releases from the new regime at Bremont, I guess. And this one is called the Terra Nova Date. So it's a nice field watch, very clear. If you can zoom in, Pete, like big screen, with a NATO strap, and it's like little bit there is like a little elastic, like slightly, very nice quality hardware, and it's held by spring bars, so it's not 100% NATO. It's very nice, very comfortable on the wrist. And this is probably, I said last month on one of my Instagram posts that this is probably the only pre-owned Bremont Terra Nova anywhere, because it's fairly new release, and the gentleman who has it, he probably had it for a couple of months when he made a trade for very nice watches. He knows. So I still have it, box papers complete. And then we move on to this beautiful Tudor also that came in November, I believe. Tudor Black Bay, 41 millimeter, the thick one. One of my favorite, two-tone, gold and steel. Very nice watch. Again, classic with the vintage band, but in great condition. It's from 2019, I believe. 2018. Box papers as well. And here I have the Hermes Arceau from 2010s about skeleton. Now, in 2010, I was selling watches. Not many people ask for skeleton, but something happened this year. A skeleton is a fashion now. Almost every major brand has a skeleton watch for sale from one of their models, and they're advertising them. A lot of brands. I mean, even Bulova has obviously Accutrons and Frederic Constance. Those are the brands I carry. Even Seiko is coming up with a Presage skeleton. So all Swatch Group watches have skeleton, obviously, and a lot of watches, lot of watch brands. This is the new fashion in 25, I think. It's big skeleton. Hermes has been doing this for way longer, and this happens to be one of my favorite Hermeses of all time. Beautifully hand carved movement. It's an ETA 2892, I believe. Beautifully hand carved. If you want to zoom in, and a brand new band from Hermes, and the hardware, everything is 100%. No box, no papers, but it's available on the barn, in the barn. I don't mention prices. You guys can click and go check out the prices. I don't know YouTube with pricing. We don't want to be like commercial here. I'm just showing, I'm sharing with you this, and we're talking. Anyways, and we move on to number 4 here of if we're going backwards, 5, 4, 3, 2. This is number 2. Let's say Barnfind Watch of the Year. This amazing Carrera Tag Heuer. Again, skeleton. Box papers. The gentleman bought it directly from Tag Heuer, so he got the beautiful box that you don't find in retail stores, only if you buy it from Tag Heuer. Gigantic box, and it has also the strap, the leather strap. And this is from 2023, complete. Again, barely worn. And it's a beautiful watch, a little bit on the thicker side. And there you go, on an almost 8-inch wrist. Carrera in-house movement. All the description and measurements all on my website. And now to Barnfind Watch of the Year 2024. So this watch is first in my career. First time ever it came in. It was in the store, purchase. Somebody got it from their parents, and after very like wore it daily. The parents wore it daily. I think it's from 97, if I'm not mistaken, from late 1990s. So about almost 25 years, 27 years of daily wear. It's gold, so you know gold wears down. So it came in pieces, basically, the bracelet. The case was, the head was pretty good shape. So I did restore the bracelet, and I did fix the watch, and it's right here in the green box, Rolex. It's in the service box because I sent the head to Rolex to restore and service the movement. And it is stunning, beautiful Daytona with the zenith movement. from 1995, 97, I believe. So Rolex restored the head with new hands, new crowns, new pushers, to the tune of about $2,700, I believe. And then since I'm a jeweler, I design jewelry and I make jewelry. We spend few weeks in the store, and I don't do that for other watches, only in-house watches. Please, nobody send me gold bracelets to restore. I restore the bracelets. If I show you the pictures of the old bracelet, how it was, you won't believe it. I went a little bit hardcore on it. I found in my scrap a gold watch case, Swiss gold case, Swiss watch gold that nobody wanted it anyways. So I took that gold that matches exactly the Rolex color, and I made wires of them, and we fed them to a laser, and we laser welded every single hole and pin and everything, and even some rods inside, all 18 karat, and restored it like brand new. And if Peter can zoom in and show you the finish on it. So the bracelet is my job, the head sent to Rolex, and this Rolex Daytona solid gold, 18 karat gold, is the Barnfind watch of the year. It's not for sale, it's sold. The gentleman has it here. We just had the watch to show you, and it's gonna go away today. So this is the best watch of 2024. So I'm looking forward for 2025. We already started. It's the 4th day today, and we already sold like 2-3 barn finds so far this month. And I did buy a couple actually also. And like I said, I'm looking forward for 2025. Hopefully it's exciting year for the watch enthusiast. If you're watching this, you're a watch enthusiast, obviously. And hopefully you get the watch that you always wanted, and keep watching and keep checking watches. It's a great hobby. I hope you enjoy it.